Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show! I am your host, Andrew Illy! And This is the ball of truth. I don't know, man. I'm not happy tonight. We're live. This is episode 74. Thank you very much for joining me. Wherever you are around the world, wherever you are, you silly motherfuckers. Ooh, all right. All right. As I'm sitting here trying to gather my thoughts as to what I just witnessed, I'm going to take a deep breath because I'm going to try not to get too angry. But I can't guarantee it, man. Oh boy. All right, let's get into it. Blue Baggers have let us down after a horrendous month of footy by this team. And the final score tonight was Carlton 9-11-65 to Port Adelaide 11-13-79. Power win by 14 points at Marvel Stadium. 1 goal in the first quarter. 1 goal in the third quarter. 2 goals in 3 quarters of footy. And goalless in the last. Goalless in the last quarter. I don't give a fuck that we had a 5-day break. I don't care. I don't want that excuse. Are the players tired? Yes. But so what? Who cares? Second place is up for grabs. That should be enough motivation. We had fresh players coming in too, so that's absolute bullshit. I want to hear that excuse. I've mentioned this almost every bloody week. And I'm going to say it again. When we go 5 goals up against a side, we go into this game-safe mode. And we let the opposition gain momentum, and we just do not know, and we have not learned how to stop it. And that is on the coaches. This has happened multiple times, man. And it's a lazy, complacent mindset that we come out after being 5-6 goals up and something happens, foot off the gas. We did it against Crows. We did it against Pies. We did it against Melbourne and we almost lost that one. We did it against Sydney in the first quarter. We did it against Bombers, Giants only a few weeks ago, and Port Adelaide tonight. And I know we won a couple of those games that I just mentioned, but it's not the point. It's the principle of the matter. And we are literally mentally weak at holding leads. And that, it's always after a quarter that this happens. During the quarter, sometimes, like the Collingwood one, but something has to happen. There has to be a tactic by these coaches. When we go up and get a massive lead, it's not really massive in today's game, but 5 goals, man. I mean, against Port Adelaide at home. I don't know. We're just mentally weak, like I said. And I said last week, if we continue playing that way, we will get punished by a better side. I said it last week, word for word. And lo and behold, tonight happened. And you could see it coming from a fucking mile away. Absolute miles away. I thought, and I felt for him tonight, I thought Charlie Curnow was our best player by far tonight. He was excellent. And it's a shame. He had hardly any help. And we missed Harry, yes, laid out with a virus. But still, man, someone else has to step up. Was that going to be Lewis Young? Hell no. Absolutely not. Despite kicking a goal, and I was very happy for him, there was one moment, which we'll get to in the last quarter, that I spotted that really fucking pissed me off with him. Actually, I'll just mention it now. It was literally the first time we went inside 50. Game is close as fuck. Balls to ground. There's only one Carlton small forward, and I believe it was Owies, who was trying to lock the ball in. And in the background, maybe 5 meters behind him, I saw Lewis Young literally still, like a stop sign, flat-footed, not moving. You are the freshest fucking player in this team. And I hate singling people out, but that attitude and that body language makes me sick. Put some fucking pressure on, dude. Seriously. Lock it in there. And I'm sorry for singling players out. And Lewis Young's an easy target and everyone's going to go at him. But it just caught my eye, man. And I'm sure there's other players that have done it, but I just noticed him. I'm sorry. Fucking hell. That was just one play. Adam Chera, this experiment of him playing at halfback is over. Fuck off. I don't want to see that shit anymore. Either stick him in the middle or drop the cunt. Fucking done, man. Seriously. Done. Sorry for my language. I promised you I was trying not to get angry, but I just can't help it, man, after that. We need more from Owies. We need more from Motlop. I don't think we are utilising Adam Sard to the best of his abilities and playing to his strength of run and carry. No one else does it in the side but him, and we didn't see it enough tonight. And it's not his fault. I know. But this is on the coaches, guys. This is Voss and all the people that are surrounding him, all the other coaches, the forward coaches, defensive coaches. They need to figure this shit out quick. Real quick, man. Oh my God. I'm going to go to the chat, see what's going on. Brandon, what the fuck happened? Is this a nightmare or real life after Carlton choked? No, it's real, man. It's real. James in the chat, bloody pretenders. We gave up a 31-point lead. It's heartbreaking, man. It really is. Limonade, I was thinking Port were weak at halftime. We just got worse. Absolutely, man. After halftime, the second half was abysmal, man. Like I said at the start of the show, guys, we kicked 2 goals in 3 quarters collectively tonight. It was the second quarter was our only good one. And I've got to go back and see how many goals we kicked in that. I think it was like 6 or 7 goals. If you take the second quarter away, man, was it, what did I say? 2 goals. 2 goals in 3 quarters of fucking footy. That is disgusting. It's fucking pathetic. It's unacceptable. It is unacceptable, man. Brandon, Freo will go second tomorrow. You would think that would be funny if Eagles do the other thing. I'm not going to count on that, but hopefully. Seriously, because our season is in jeopardy right now. This is dangerous times, man. Aiden, terrible game. Absolutely. Charlie was really good, says Limonade, our scenario, who was meant to kick more than 2? But in our scenario, who was meant to kick? I don't know. That's a question, man. Someone. Anyone. Kennedy kicked 2. Kennedy was awesome tonight. He missed that one that could have put us in front. So did Elijah in the last quarter, which sucked. Lewis Young is a VFL hack. Brandon. I know. I don't want to... I hate doing that, man. I hate, singling out plays, but he 100% is not good enough for this side. Sorry to say. Chera isn't fitting in since pre-season. Yeah, he's had an average year. After halftime, all pathetic, says James. Yeah, absolutely, guys. Look, you guys know it. I know it. Thanks, Danny, in the chat as well. Look, it's just all happening and all crumbling down at the worst time of the year. Look, next week we've got Collingwood. If we win that game, I'll forgive us a little bit. I will. It's Pendle's 400th. What better way to get back into form, hey? Look, that's another conversation for later. Guys, if you're enjoying the show so far, hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Follow me on all social medias. I'm always tweeting during the games on Twitter. That's X, balloftruth_pod. And you can follow me on social medias, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. But our home is YouTube, of course. James says, why didn't we play Boyd? I don't know. It was weird. I think before the game when Harry went out, it was either Boyd or Lewis Young, and I think he went for the height to replace Harry, but it just did not do the job. Looking back now, wrong decision. It really was. I would have put McGovern forward. Try something, man. McGovern forward, Lewis Young back. McGovern, he started his career as a forward. Seriously. My God. Peter in the chat. Shifting Sand Stadium is a hoodoo ground. Brandon, we lack ideas, lack foot speed through the midfield. Oh my God. We'll cover the midfield. Couldn't land a punch when the game was on the line. Absolutely. Danny says, I'm leaving the state for the next week's game. Oh man, I know. I'm dreading it. I'm dreading it already. Yes. McGovern up forward, man. Fuck. Do something, Voss. Change something. It wasn't working for 3 quarters. Oh man. Guys, let's get into it. For this game, TDK's out for the regular season, which fucking sucks. And you know what? I'm going to go at our coaches for this. Last week we played North Melbourne. You could tell from a mutual point of view that TDK, over the last couple of weeks, his body hasn't been right. Fucking rest him. Rest him for North Melbourne and let Pitternet go in there. Oh. Akers could have played, but they wanted to rest him after the 5-day break. Fair enough. Sam Durden injured again. What's new? Harry was delayed out with a virus. People are going to say, it was because of the concussion. Shut up. Shut up. I don't want to hear that shit. Pitternet came in. Kemp came in. McGovern came in. And Lewis Young was the last one to come in for the Harry laid out. Pre-game, man, I'm thinking I want our small forwards to have a massive game. I want Chera to lift because I've been on his case. I think McGovern will be the key for this game, whether it was defensively or up forward, which never happened. Forget that theory. And I thought Curnow was going to be the lone wolf, and he was brilliant, and I just wanted a little bit of fucking support for him. Game started. Elijah Hollins was awesome tonight as well. A few little hiccups here and there, but overall his game was cool. I enjoyed him tonight. He had a huge intercept mark, played on quick through the middle. Chera was involved. One of the only times. Nice early sign it was. And then gave it to McGovern with a great assist to Charlie on the lead. Took the mark, kicked the goal. We're up 1-0. Elijah, who started well, saved a goal on Burgoyne, who shit his dacks running into an open goal. He was literally 10 metres out. Didn't see Elijah coming. Elijah's hunting him down like that guy from Happy Gilmore. And he got him, man. It was a great tackle. Saved the goal. We missed some chances after this, man. Fogarty had a chance. Cottrell had a chance. He played on. I don't know if you guys remember that one. Just have the shot. Charlie missed one. So we missed a few chances early on here. Radaglia got Port's first goal from a set shot. Wines got the assist. Frustrating because I felt like we were on top prior to this. Georgiades put Port Adelaide in front with a nice goal. 45 metres out, set shot. Port getting on top of our midfield here, and this is where the clearances became a massive issue, man. Oh my God, all night we just couldn't fucking buy a clearance. Disgusting. We were wasteful going forward with the footy. Opportunities going begging that just didn't result into shots. Our entries were so predictable going forward. Cunningham then got injured. Done his shoulder. Dislocated. I think that's him done, man. We have too many vulnerable, injury-prone players in this team. And they're absolute guns, I know, but we can't rely on them, man. Cunningham's one. Marchbank's another. Who else gets injured all the time? I love him, and I'm going to excuse him because I love Zach Williams, but he gets injured all the time too. Jack Martin, an absolute superstar, gets injured every freaking second week with a calf injury. Man, there's going to be a clear out after this season. Let's see what happens. Weeders won a huge 1v1 versus Horn Francis. Ball was trickling in inside their 50, and Horn Francis is an absolute jet. But Weeders did fantastic there. The final score at quarter time was 1-4-10 to 2-2-14. And it was just frustrating, man. Wasteful chances. Midfield needed to lift. Someone needed to help Charlie. I thought Charlie was great in the first. Cowan was awesome in the first quarter, along with Elijah Hollins. Second quarter. Now, this is the only quarter we actually played. We fell asleep for 3 other quarters, guys. Kennedy with the opening goal. Thought Kennedy was awesome tonight. Cincotta did a great job on Butters. He tagged him and completely shut him out of the game first half, maybe first 3 quarters. Walsh with a banana kick inside the middle of the pitch. Charlie gathered it, gave it to Chugger, Matty Kennedy, and open goal. Bang. Put us back in front. Disgusting umpiring tonight. And this one was a Hewitt holding the ball where the Port Adelaide player is barely, and I mean barely, hanging on to George Hewitt here. Hewitt's literally got all the time in the world to handball this, and he was under literally no pressure. It was a fucking 25% tackle, and he got pinged holding the ball, and they went inside forward 50. Gov got pushed off too easy. Georgiades mark and goal. But the umpiring tonight was fucked up for both sides, but more for us, I reckon, honestly. And I'm not being biased. I saw shit tonight where I just couldn't unsee it. It was disgusting umpiring. These rules are just fucked. Anyway, we'll have to literally do another episode on the umpiring for this game. Seriously, absolutely nuts. Lewis Young goal. Won a free kick and drilled it. I was laughing my ass off. I really was. Put us back in front. Charlie then won a free kick. Set shot from 50. Bang. Goal. Brilliant stuff, Charlie. Fogarty with a huge tackle with Cripps on Horn Francis. Chip pass to Kotra, who was all by himself at this point. I don't know what Port Adelaide were doing defensively. And he scored the goal from 40 metres out. Put us up by a couple of goals. Our tackling at this point had lifted to another level. We were on fire. Our pressure was relentless. Newman and Kemp, good defensive work. Won the ball back. Motlop inside 50. Charlie being held. Absolutely taking the piss at this point. Kicking another goal. Putting us up by 19 points. Kennedy won't get the assist for this, but it was all him. Great tackling pressure in the middle. Caused the turnover. Motlop gathers the ball inside 50. Always ran on and kicked the goal. All of a sudden, we're up by 25 points. And then Kennedy, who was giving me a stiffy in this quarter, great play, unselfish, and a brilliant setup to Motlop for this goal. He could have literally went himself, but he squared it, top of the square. Motlop took the mark and kicked the goal. And that was the one that put us up by 31 points. We conceded a late one, Georgiades' goal. From a free kick, even though they played advantage and missed. I don't know if you guys remember this one. In the lead up, there was a free kick in the middle, and everyone stopped after the whistle blew. And Port Adelaide played on. They go, yeah, advantage. I'm like, oh, fuck off. Anyway, they kicked it inside forward 50. Georgiades tries to go for the mark. He's got his arms chopped. Whistle goes. Port Adelaide grab the ball, play on, miss the shot, and then they call it back. So why didn't they do that in the first play in that scenario? Again, disgusting umpiring. Nevertheless, it's not an excuse, I know, but I'm just saying. We're up by 25 points at halftime, 8-6-54, 4-5-29. I thought Kennedy, Walsh, and Curnow were awesome in that quarter. Cincotta was doing a great job. And at halftime, I'm feeling good, man. I am. 25 points up at home. All right. We're on here. Nah. Same shit happens where we just fell asleep, foot off the gas. Kicking efficiency let us down. We came out lazy, sleepy, lack of awareness. So many players got caught holding the ball who thought they had all the time in the world, like dancing with the fucking fairies out there. Basic skill errors letting us down. Our pressure was still up because we held Port Adelaide for the first half of the quarter, not scoring a goal. But then eventually we gave in and Burne-Jones scored a goal from a counter-attack as Charlie hit the post on the other side. We saw this coming. We were playing average. There was 7 minutes and 52 seconds of game time left at this point, and we're up by 18 points, 56-38. But momentum is all with Port Adelaide at this point. We're struggling. We needed a spark from somewhere. I literally wrote it in capital letters on my notes. Right there, need a spark from somewhere. And that came. Cripps burst through, found Carroll, who launched it inside 50. Kennedy with a huge contested mark. Goes back, goal, 62-39, 5 minutes left in the quarter, up by 23 points. Rioli scored the next one. Port put us under the pump, and some failed clearances led to this scrappy goal. I think Sard had a crazy panic clearance when there was no one around him, and Ollie Hollands did it later on in the quarter, which I'll mention, and just turnovers galore, scrappy panic, rushed kicks. They kicked a goal out of it. That cut it to 17 points, and then the sloppy clearance from a ball up was Ollie Hollands, who literally grabbed it out of the pack and just bombed it to absolutely no one. Farrell ended up taking the mark and went bang. He scored the goal, which cut it to 11 points. Once again this season, up by 5 goals. Let them back in it. Can't win a fucking clearance to save our lives in this one. At 3/4 time, it was 9-8-62 to 7-10-52. Just absolutely shocking, guys. We took the foot off the gas. We were sloppy. The kicks, our panic kicks to no one, were just not the way we play our brand of footy. We were too reactive to Port. No one took the game by the balls. Clearances were a massive concern. They drilled us. I'm going to bring up that stat. Actually, I'll wait till after the review's done and we'll go through the stats. Our efficiency was down. Skill errors, drop marks. We needed some run and carry, like I said at the start of the show, and Sard's the only one who pretty much provides that. We need something else, man. So at 3/4 time, I am not feeling great about this one, but I'm like, all right, man. You know what? We've done enough this season to prove that we can fight all the adversity during a game and finish it off as well. We did it against Port Adelaide and we won. Remember when we went on like a 8 or 9 goal blitz in the last quarter? Absolutely crazy scenes at Adelaide Oval. And it was Cripps and Walsh, man. They led that. TDK, out of the middle, clearances. Man, we couldn't fucking get one. Seriously. Absolutely shocking. Last quarter, like I said, we needed a repeat of the 4th quarter in the reverse fixture in Adelaide Oval. Charlie Curnow should have got a clear free kick as we pumped it inside 50. It was being held all over the place by Radaglia here. They didn't pay it. And as Port Adelaide broke from this one, this is where I saw Lewis Young flat-footed. No pressure. Port Adelaide way too easily got it out of there. And Lucky Rioli missed from this passage of play. And I wrote in my notes, we're just playing scared here. We're just way too safe, man. Way too fucking safe. I screamed at the TV, I'm fucking wake up, Blues. But we didn't. Radaglia, uncontested mark, inside forward 50. Fuck me. Like, what are we doing? Cut the lead. He kicked that goal, cut it to two points. Awful free kick again against Newman here. Umpires were fucking atrocious all night. I think it was Mead who kicked the goal. Port Adelaide hit the front, 66-62. We were kicking it to 2-on-1s here so many times this quarter. Fogarty had 2 on him, and Fogarty was on Aaliyah, and we're kicking it to him. Like, Fogarty's never going to win that against Aaliyah. Charlie was always 2-on-1, and we're always kicking it to him. So predictable. Just absolutely, like, a 4-year-old would know where this ball is going if you're a defender. Elijah Hollands missed one. Kennedy missed one. Both set shots from about 45 to 50 metres out. We needed one of them to gain some freaking momentum here. They didn't go in. Horn Francis kicked a goal. Pretty much game over at this point. We're just out of options. Players are dead out there. Made it an 8-point lead. Clearance after clearance after clearance. Port Adelaide kept winning them. And we were just too predictable, like I said. I refuse to believe it's because we had no Harry Mackay. That is not an excuse. Someone else just needed to lift here, and someone just needed to take the game by the balls, and no one did that. Burn Jones with a nothing goal off the ground. It hit the umpire or the post, and they reviewed it for like fucking 5 minutes, and all the biased commentators came into this one. It was a goal nevertheless, 65-79, and a goalless last quarter. 2 goals in 3 quarters of footy, 1 goal in the second half. Unacceptable, man. And we lose the game by 14 points. Let's go to the chat before I get into the stats. Who's in here? Dan Holden, our man Dan. Kick to Radagalia, he's on our team. Blues mindset. Oh, I know. Oh my God. Who else is in here? Yeah, Sard was very off. Limonade says, yeah, he was. I don't know if it's his fault or if we're just... I don't know. I don't know what the coaches are doing, man. I'm going to put some of the blame on them. Dan's in the chat. We're going to give away, guys, some merchandise. And I want to give it right after the regular season finishes when we've got that week off. We'll do an episode. All the competition details will be out there. So me and Dan will send those out to you guys and more to come. But yeah, we'll be giving away some prizes after the regular season, just leading into finals. If we fucking make it, Jesus Christ, the way it's going, honestly, we can drop to 4th or maybe 5th, depending on percentage. But I think we're going to drop to 4th. I think Brisbane are going to beat Gold Coast. That's just my opinion. I hope Gold Coast keep their record at home and beat them for us. And I think Freo will beat Eagles. They're just playing too good at the moment at home. So that will leave us 4th. But Giants are still to play. Who are Giants playing? Giants have got Melbourne. I think they'll beat Melbourne. Hopefully Melbourne win. We'll see how we go. And Geelong still to play. Man, crazy. James in the chat. Sard should play like Blakey and run and break some. Yes, that's what we need. Absolutely. 100%, man. I know. Let's go to the stats, guys, because this is... I really want to see these clearances. I haven't even had a chance to look yet. All right, here we go. Clearances. 43 to 33. It felt like 73 to 33, but man, just the tackles, Port Adelaide 91 to 73. Tackles inside 50, 17 to 7 by the Blues. That one pisses me off because I think our small forwards play a huge part in the way we play, especially with our pressure. That stat annoys the shit out of me. Inside 50s, Port Adelaide 56 to 45. They deserve to win, man. They did. Simple as that. We did not do enough to win this game. Fucking hell. I mean, if there's any positive, we've played one quarter of footy and only lost by 14 points. But that is not what we want, guys. Come on. If I had to vote for this one, I'm giving Charlie Curnow 3 votes for Carlton. I'm only going to do Carlton players like always, guys. I'd probably give Kennedy 2 and Walsh 1. The midfield did not do enough for me tonight. I know they were up against a strong midfield, but man, our coaches needed to figure this shit out because it was happening time and time again. Nothing changed. No tactics were involved here. I don't know. I didn't see any sort of play that helped us. We were goalless at home in the 4th quarter, guys. Just shocking. We've got Akers to come back, Boyd to come back, Jack Martin, Fantasia, and Binns all lurking in the shadows, itching to get back into this side. And I'm telling you, a few players will be dropped after this one. I don't know who it's going to be. I know Lewis Young won't be in there next week. I doubt it. And yeah, our small forwards, some of them are on the chopping block, I reckon. Seriously. Yep. Ricky Elvis, we are going into state for finals again. Oh my God. That's what we wanted to avoid. Seriously. Fuck me. You know what, man? I said it on that episode weeks and weeks ago. Are the Blues the real deal? It's making me think, was I fucking delusional? Seriously. But I still think that when we play our best footy, no one can beat us when we're playing like that. Our best is probably the best in the league. But one team, Sydney. They're the real threat. But our worst, when we play bad, it's fucking horrendous, man. It's like 100 to 0. Seriously. Complete opposite sides when we're playing bad and when we're playing good. Very concerning stuff. And we called it, man, on this channel. I said it on the show. If we keep playing the way we're playing in the last month, we're going to get punished by a good side. And that's exactly what happened tonight. Let's see what happens with other results around us. And next week, Saturday night, the rivals, the scumbags, the absolute scum of the earth. It's going to be a huge, huge game. And we really need a good kick up the backside for this one, guys. I don't know. We've lost 3 out of 4. Is that right? I don't know if you guys can confirm in the chat. 3 out of 4 we've lost, and we nearly lost last week as well against North. We are not in a good spot right now. And second place is gone. Home final, if we keep playing like this, you can forget it, man. We'll scrape in freaking outside the top 4. And anything outside the top 4 in the regular season is an absolute fucking failure, and we've got no chance. If we finish outside the top 4, no chance of making it all the way to the grand final. You can kiss it goodbye. James, what are we saying? We have lost the it. The Hawks have it now. Oh, they do. I know. They fucking do, right? Their pressure, their momentum, everything's going well. They're doing what we did last year. Very good point. Very good stuff. I don't know if I've missed anyone in the chat. Brandon Drinkwater says we have been found out. Yeah. And that is on the coaches to fix that shit. Seriously, something needs to change. That's pretty much it, guys. There's not much more to go on. I reckon... I know I said I'd do a preview for this game, but I didn't get a chance. With my little one being born and screaming all over the place, losing sleep, guys. But you know what? It'll be alright. If we can somehow manage to suck all this shit up and play our hearts out next week and beat those Magpie scum, all will be forgiven. See how we go. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining tonight and watching the show. Hit that like button for me. It helps the channel out, please. Subscribe if you're here for the first or second time or multiple times and you haven't hit it yet. Smash that subscribe button. Let's get them up. We're at 230 now. Before the season, I think we were on like 60. So it's exploding. We're getting bigger. And I won't be on fan cams tonight on Blue Abroad's channel with Terry. Hopefully next week I should be. But guys, let's keep it going. Baggers, we're still around where we need to be. And let's see what happens next week. I love you all. Enjoy your weekends. I know this puts a bloody dent on it, but try and enjoy it. And we'll see you guys midweek for an episode. And then Saturday again for the scum. Love you all. Adios. Goodbye. And remember, subscribe, man.